Hey, this is John Crowley. My wife Teresa and I are out in West Virginia, and we're going to ride the Hatfield-McCoy Trails for a couple days. We're staying in a little bed and breakfast just right up there behind us in a little town called Matewan. So this area's got tons of history. It's an old coal mining area, and also home to the Hatfield-McCoy feud. So lots of places we want to visit just to check all that out. And plus they've got 10 or more trail systems in this area, over 700 miles to explore off-road.
So in order to ride on the Hatfield-McCoy Trail system, you need to have a permit. Every person in the car needs a permit, and you can get them at the trailheads at these stations. They're open every day, 9 to 2. You can also get the permits at gas stations, hotels, and they go on the left side of your helmet.
All right, this is the trailhead for Trail 21 on the Devil Ants trail system.
And this trailhead is right across the street from our bed and breakfast. And as long as you're riding within about a 10-mile radius of your lodging, we've heard in town from multiple sources that you could ride on the street right there and then jump on the trailhead.
Trails are all marked pretty well. This is Trail 18 on the Devil Ants trail system, and there was another sign right behind us that told us the difficulty level. This is a pretty easy one, so it's nice to see not only what trail number it is, but also how difficult they've ranked the trail at. The Hatfield-McCoy trail system is pretty extensive. There's something like 10 different trail systems and over 700 miles of trails. And this is all old coal country, so there's a lot of history. And what's neat about all these trail systems is they link up to little towns where you can get fuel, spend the night. You can literally spend probably a week or 10 days traveling through all these trail systems and spend the night in a different town every night. That's an adventure ride right there, put on your bucket list. Yeah, these trails are pretty narrow.
It's great to see people using the hand signals. So John was putting up his hand, 0, there's nobody behind us, and he didn't have anybody behind him.
All right, here's an example of the trail signs. You've got Trail 18 going to the left. It's green, which is easiest. 59 goes to the right. It's more difficult. What we've seen is both the green and the blue are really easy trails.
My name's Teresa Crowley. I'm out here riding the Hatfield-McCoy Trail system with my husband John. One of my favorite destinations is the Hatfield Cemetery. Right behind me is Devil Ants Hatfield, and he's the patriarch of the Hatfield family.
We just pulled up to this historical marker. This is the pawpaw tree incident. It's only about a quarter mile outside of Matewan. You can drive right to it and learn about the history between, different feuds between the Hatfields and McCoys.
So we're coming back into Matewan, and this is the Tug Fork of the Big Sandy River, and you can see this big old wall. Matewan was flooded, I think, 39 times in the last 40, 50 years, and they finally built this wall in the 90s to keep water out of the town in flood times. Something we've learned about riding back east is you've often got mud on the trail. I'm not used to that out west, but if I was going to ride back here all the time, I would definitely have a windshield, maybe even a full cab. And something that I would definitely think about is a Can-Am Defender Limited, which comes with a full cab, heating, and AC. That sounds kind of sissy, but it can get pretty hot back here and muggy, and AC might be pretty nice, and it also gets cold in the winter, so heat and AC would allow you to ride in more months of the year. So once you're off the trail, you can drive into town to where you're staying, or jump over and grab fuel or food at a restaurant or whatever. That's completely legal here.
This is Main Street in Matewan, and up ahead on the left there, kind of that beige and green building, is the historic Matewan bed and breakfast that we're staying at.
Right here.
And here on the right is Wingo's Grill. It was closed last night, not sure if it's open tonight, so that's an important thing to remember. You may or may not have access to restaurants here.
Looks like the Mexican restaurant might be open today. They were closed yesterday.
That would be exciting.
And this is the parking area for the trailhead. Plenty of room for trailers and everything here. Just off to the right is where the you can get your stickers for your permit.